Hey everybody, it's Beth Gaff with the Peabody Public Library, your technology trainer, robotics instructor. That's Miss Beth to some of you kids out there. Hey, I just wanted to welcome you back to another session of Fun with Robotics. Today we're going to be looking at Elliot. Elliot is my first coding robot that is geared towards ages 3 and over, but I'll tell you what, the older kids as well as adults have just as much fun with this as the younger kids do. The pictures that you see here on the slide are my 2 suitcases full of robotics that I have here at my home. So we can do robotic sessions until they run out. And then I got to take them back and get more. So I'm really, really excited about being able to do a reveal and review of Elliot. So I don't want to waste any more time. And let's get started with Elliot for Fun with Robotics.
What an exciting adventure we are going to be going on. A lot of times when I'm doing the robotics, I get a lot of people that ask me simple questions like, "What's the point? What's the point in all of the toys and all of the stuff?" And um, are they going to be learning anything anytime soon, or are they just going to sit around and play? Well, first off, one thing that you always learn when you are an educator or anyone really that has children, um, that they learn through play. So by playing with things and having fun, they are learning continuously. And by doing so, what they're learning by using Elliot is, some of these little features here: logical thinking, critical thinking, fine motors, definitely coding concepts, problem solving, pattern, sequence, some simple basic math, hand coordination, exploration, solar system, direction, science, working with electronics. It does meet a lot of your STEM requirements as well as computer science requirements. So this is actually what they are learning. The list could go on all day long because Elliot really is a very fun and functional toy, as well as learning. Education wise, you are learning quite a bit by using Elliot. So, all right. So I just wanted to explain that just a little bit and let you know what you're going to be learning. So let's get on with the reveal.
Hi, everybody. This is Beth Gaff with the Peabody Public Library. Welcome back to a session of Fun with Robotics. Today we are going to meet Elliot, and this is Elliot, my first coding robot, and the mission is to code and explore with Elliot. It does say that it is geared for 3 plus, and we're going to see how it actually works. I have not played with Elliot, so we're going to be doing this together. So if we turn it around, this is what it is about. Let me zoom in a little bit here. So my first coding, so you're going to learn simple coding, plan Elliot's path using mission cards, insert coding blocks into the control panel, and watch Elliot go. So you can play games with the entire family. So the kit does contain Elliot the robot with a USB, a coding panel, 20 coding blocks, cardboard obstacles. You do get 16 game cards that are 2-sided, decal stickers, a map, and a full color instruction. It does require 7 AA batteries to play with Elliot, just so you know. And what they're learning is logical thinking, problem solving, and sequence skills. So let's open the box and see what we have inside. So I'm just going to lay my box down flat. I'm going to open it up and pull out all the contents of the inside of it. Okay, so these are our contents. And I think I'm just going to leave the box up in the background, so you can kind of see with what we're working with here. It comes with this little packaging. And once we open up our packaging, inside it has our user manual, which we are definitely going to be using today. It comes with stickers, and I'm sure we'll find out where those go. Here is the map. That is quite large. It's quite large of a map. And then we have these pieces that just punch out, it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and punch out these pieces. Well, actually, I'm going to keep them in there until I read my instructions, which is probably a better idea. We've got a board in here. So let's pull out the board. Maybe. So we've got a board. It looks like a station for... There's our robot. I'm going to just set this stuff that we got out of the packaging to the side. Okay, so these are our contents of what's in the box. So we have a coding board, some squares, cards that I feel like I should go ahead and open. So it comes with these cards, and the cards are double-sided, and you can see this is what our map looked like. Okay. And now I'm going to go into the booklet. It says, Elliot is a happy, friendly robot. He loves to move around, traveling from place to place. Sometimes he just visits town, but he also goes much further, exploring outer space. This is suitable for children 3 years and up. Elliot follows instructions given to him, moving forward, left, and right to reach each desired destination. There are 3 levels of play, light and sound blocks, and slot together roadblocks add to the fun. This is a great introduction to coding as he moves. So he is totally controlled by you as you program him on each travel adventure while you're practicing and learning some great logic and problem solving skills. Block sequence is basically programming your robot. So a fun idea to explain the process is getting dressed in the morning. Write down each step in getting dressed and then follow those instructions. Or better still, read them out to someone else, maybe your brother or sister. So they give you an example of actually writing out the steps of you getting dressed. So if you want Elliot to move from point A to point B, so then it shows you the parts as well as the accessories, your mission cards. Seems to be set up pretty well. So now it's ready for battery installation. It looks like the batteries are going to go in the bottom of this. And batteries were not included in this. So I will have to get out 4 okay, it says use a screwdriver. 4 double, let's see. Okay, so then you need batteries for this as well. So I'm going to go get some batteries, and I'm going to get all this ready to go. And then we are going to get started on coding with Elliot. Okay, well, I have all of my batteries in my items, and you can see here that this is my Elliot robot, and he has a helmet that goes on top of his head after you've put your codes in, and this is my coding area. So I just look at my card, and you do have different levels. So you have a beginner level, an advanced level, an intermediate level, things along those lines. These items here are just props. So if I put these together, then I can set them at just a minute. They're not together correctly. There we go. I can set them at the post office, which I don't see on here. But I could put my post office, which is like an obstacle on there. So that's what these pieces do. They give you obstacles that you can put up, and it shows you how to put those pieces together. Some of them are meant for the Space Odyssey that's on the other side, and some of them are meant for this. But I'm not going to put up any obstacles because I want to make it easy. So I've got my batteries in. Now, the first thing I need to do is turn on my coding board. And you see my red light on, just letting me know it's on. I'm going to do this particular card here. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the codes in that I see at the bottom. And actually, let's see if we can find an easier one. We'll start with that one. So you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different codes that we're going to put in on this card. And your Elliot starts in the box that's indicated with a yellow. So he is going to start out at the hospital. And now I'm just going to put my codes in that it's showing me to put in. And here's my bag of codes that came with it. And I think it'd be easier if I just kind of dump them out so I can find what I'm looking for. So I'm just going to follow this coding pattern that's on the bottom of my card. And I'm going to go with that one. And actually, I think I'm just going to turn this off until I get my codes in. I have a down, an over, an up. Number 5 shows that. Number 6. And these are all numbered for you, which makes it pretty easy. And number 8 is another blue forward. No. It's a turn, yep. And number 9 is a forward. So you can see by my board, I have all my codes plopped in there, and they're going to match my card. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of hang on to that. I'm going to turn this on. I am going to take his helmet, and you can see where I have a USB hookup right there. I'm going to put his helmet there, which turns that green. My light is now green. I'm going to press go. And now it's storing all those codes in his helmet. That is so cool, right? So now I'm going to take the helmet off. I'm going to put it on his head. I'm going to turn him on. And now he's reading those codes in his helmet. So I'm going to put all these pieces away. And I'm going to push my center button. And now he is following the codes that I've asked him to follow. So if I've done this correctly... Oh, I didn't start him in the right box. Hang on. Let me do it again. He was all the way up here on D. And the goal, as we can see on our card, is to get him on 3, which is right here. Okay? So now I'm going to turn him on. And I'm going to push his center button. He still has those codes programmed in there. So now he's going to follow what codes I've asked him to do, in theory. Interesting. Okay. Well, he didn't do any of the codes that I asked him to do. So I'm going to reprogram this. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to put it back on my docking area, because he should go a forward, and then he should turn, go forward, go back up. And now I'm going to put his helmet back on and see if that does any difference. If it doesn't, then I'm going to come in on my board and I'm just going to code him. Because it's saying to start him on the D block. And he should come around. So he's going forward, and then he's going to turn. Then he's going to go forward. And then he's going to turn up. Except he's turning down. Okay. Well, we're going to turn him off. I'm going to take off his helmet. And I'm going to program it differently. So I'm going to turn this off on the bottom, so I'm not wasting battery. And I'm going to decide how I should code him. So according to the card, I should be able to do that, but it didn't work right. So I'm going to take these off. And I'm going to want him to go forward, which will put him here. And then I'm going to want him to turn. Maybe 2 forwards. Maybe 1 forward. And I'm going to have him turn, do a forward, turn, and a forward. All right, I'm going to try that code. I'm going to turn it back on. I'm going to put his helmet on and push go. And now I'm going to take his helmet off. Pick up my extra pieces. Plug it back into the top of him. Turn him on. Now he's reading those codes, and now I'm going to hit his center button. It's doing a forward, a turn. Okay, that's a forward 2. Okay, I get it. So each one of these either has a 2 or a 1 on them. So you need to pay attention to that. So I'm going to turn him off again. Let's see if we can get him to go from the police station to the candy house. So he's going to go 1 forward. By doing that, that puts him here. I'm going to want him to turn that way. So I'm going to do a 1 turn, a 1 forward, and a 2 forward. Push go on that and see what this does. I'm doing it very simply. Putting this back on his head, turning him on. So he's going 1 forward, he's turning, 1 forward, and then 2 forwards. And that got me to my house. Very cool. All right. So you just want to put in the codes. Now you can try to follow these cards. And I'm thinking you need to choose which ones you think you need. Because you don't need all of these to go simple codes. So let's try one more code with him. And I'm going to flip over his map. Oops. I'm going to flip over his map. And we're going to go to space. And I'm going to take out these codes that I have in my box here. And I'm going to start him on planet Earth. And I'm going to try to get him over here to the Saturn. So I'm thinking I need to go 2 forwards, which should put me about in this area. And then I'm going to turn him the opposite way and go 2 more forwards. And I don't have another 2, so I'm just going to add 2 ones. This is very simple coding. Now I'm going to grab his helmet, put his helmet on my board, push go to get all those codes in his helmet, take off his helmet, put it on him, turn him on, and if I've done it correctly, he should end up over here on Saturn. Perfect. We got it. All right. So in revealing this, I'm really excited about all the parts that come with it. It seems like it's a fairly easy thing to do. I feel like all ages would really enjoy this. They're definitely learning some of these fine motor skills by putting these pieces in. Number recognition, directions, logic, problem solving, critical thinking, you name it, you're getting it here with Elliot. My first coding robot. You've got space adventure, you've got a town adventure, and in all reality, he is pretty cool, and he's really easy to work with and maneuver around. So I would definitely give this a thumbs up for parents to try. This is not something we've done in the schools yet. I'm hoping next year I'll be able to get back in there and we can try to code with this. But in review, I definitely give it a thumbs up. It's got all of the STEM that we're looking for, as well as teaching some simple coding. So I would highly recommend using Elliot. So this was our reveal and review of Elliot. And I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you for joining me for another session of robotics, fun with robotics. This would make a very great family idea that you can do. So this is Elliot, our coding board. We have 2 different maps, which are shown here. There's 1 and there's 2. Coding options. It comes with all these awesome codes. It does take 7 batteries to work it. But other than that, I would highly recommend using Elliot. I will see you guys on another session of Fun with Robotics, Reveal and Review. Thanks for joining me. Bye.
Wow, look at all these products that Elenco actually offers. And if you watch session 2, then you were able to see the snap circuits in action. And yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that in the actual class that it was created by Elenco. So there are more than just this, and that robot in the corner is a part of the Elenco products. I just got on their website and chose just a few of the items that they have there, but there are definitely more. So I would recommend getting on their website to check out some of these items that they offer to help kids and stimulate them as far as coding and computer science goes. This is going to be and will be a new field in the workforce as far as engineering, technology, statistics, math, things along those lines. So, those are going to be very good paying workforce positions. So, by the children playing with these items, they're actually learning if this is even something that would interest them as a future type of work type option. So, thank you, thank you, thank you for being a part of the stream class today. Fun with robotics, working with Elliot. Without you, there'd be no reason to have the class. So, I hope you can check out some other sessions that are available. I'd like to thank Elenco, Microsoft, Screenomatic, Google Images, everyone that was able to help me with this situation to make this whole class possible. So, hey, thanks, you guys. I had so much fun. And if you have any suggestions of ones that you would like for me to reveal and review, send them my way and I'll see what I can do. Have a great day, guys. Thanks.